Hey, Vic, start off with injuries. Do you have updates on Lindsey and Purcell and Patrick?
I don't. I know they got taken out due to their injuries and weren't going to return. I haven't gotten any update since
Uh,
the end of the game.
and then overall, just big picture wise, how disappointing was everything, offense and special teams specifically today?
It was disappointing, obviously. We just didn't play well as a team to obviously give us a chance to win the game there. And, the 4 turnovers, a kickoff return for a touchdown, you're not going to beat a team like Kansas City doing that. And a couple of the other turnovers gave them good field position. But our whole team just got beat today by them. They're really good, and we weren't up to the challenge today.
Next one, Jeff Legwell.
Vic, if someone had told you you would keep them from converting a third down and Mahomes would have 1 touchdown pass, would you have thought you would have been in the game in that scenario?
Well, you'd have to tell me what the other 2 phases look like.
Was that the difference?
Well, no, we didn't play well enough on defense either as a whole unit. We gave up that first drive touchdown, which was disappointing. And then we did have a good stretch of football there defensively. But while that was going on, they got the 2 non-offensive touchdowns and got some separation there and some other turnovers. So, the whole team really didn't play well enough to give us a chance to win that game.
Next one, Artie Stapleton.
Hey, Vic, Gordon had the 2 turnovers there. What did you see on that one on the flea flicker? And then secondly, Noah Fant, do you think he's still a little bit slowed by his ankle sprain?
Well, I'm sure he's not 100%. Nobody comes back and be instantly 100%. But I thought he was moving around well, and I'm sure he tweaks it every now and then, and it bites him a little bit. But I thought he got it through it pretty good. What was the first part?
Melvin Gordon, you finally had both your running backs there. You lose one of them, and then Melvin has the 2 turnovers.
Yeah, obviously turning the ball over is never good. I'm not sure exactly what happened on the flea flicker as far as, where the breakdown there was, whether it was a bad pitch back or not. But, we can't turn the ball over, obviously.
Next one, Zach Stevens.
Hey, Coach, what do you think of Drew Lock's game?
It was up and down. Up and down. I thought we had some good throws, some good moments in the passing game, but we didn't have enough. At times we ran the ball well enough, but we needed to mix in some plays with the passing game in there, and they didn't seem to be coming there.
Next one, Mark Kislin.
Hey, Coach, what was the disagreement between you and Shelby Harris about there toward the end of the game?
Well, I was just very disappointed that we would get a unsportsmanlike penalty there at that point in the game when the game's out of hand. And, I just don't want us to be a team that gets those types of things late in games or at any time in a game, but especially a game that had turned out the way that one was.
Next one, Brandon Costello. Time for a few more after Brandon.
Vic, how do you think your O-line held up, especially Dalton, who we weren't sure whether he'd go, and then obviously a last-minute decision to start him? How did they play overall?
Well, I think, it's hard for me to say how he played individually being on the sideline, but I thought we ran the ball pretty consistently during the game. Thought the pass protection was okay too. We just didn't convert enough on third down. We didn't get the big chunk plays in the passing game to build off the runs that we were having. So we kind of still only scored 16 points. Kind of had an uneven day offensively, but I do think we did run the ball pretty good.
Next one, Eric DeLona.
Vic, after 2 consecutive wins and then this loss, how do you get the team to turn the page after a game that was kind of expected to be competitive and then tough for you guys?
Well, we got to absorb the hurt and the disappointment, and then by Wednesday when we come back in and start our preparation for the next game, it's got to be flushed out and we got to get rolling.
Final 2, Lindsay and Ryan.
Hey, Vic, I know earlier this week you didn't really want to call this game a measuring stick game, but now that we're kind of through it, knowing kind of where the Chiefs are at and where they've been recently, What does this tell you about kind of where you guys are at on your trajectory and especially where you guys are going offensively?
Yeah, we have a lot of growing that we have to do. You know, we've tried to incorporate a bunch of young players on the offense, and it's been a little uneven at times. But I do think we have the right guys there to improve it. I think we have the right coaches to get it, help them improve. And we just got to keep fighting through it and keep getting better and get over the top, you know, not turn it over, make a few more plays here and there, be a little better on third down. And, you know, things will start to click for the offense.
Final one, Ryan.
Hey, Vic, you mentioned third down, 5 of 14 today. It's sort of been a season-long struggle. Besides long distances, what else do you see as the issue there?
Well, all year we haven't been good enough on third down. It hadn't just been the long distances. It's kind of been equal throughout any distance groupings you want to put together there on third down. We obviously have to get better at it, you know, and that's all 11 that are out there. Sometimes it's protection, sometimes it's a route, sometimes it's a throw. You know, it's obviously an area that we have to improve on.